Hey, yo, what's good? This your boy Jonathan from On The Scene, New York, man. We out here in the city. We finally got the time to call up with my man Tiz,
Yeah,
man.
man.
What's good, baby?
Man, I'm cooling, man. What's happening?
Chilling. So, you from North Carolina or?
Yes, sir. Forest City, North Carolina, by way of Charlotte. Moved up here like 3 years ago from Charlotte, but yeah, man, North Carolina, what's up? We here on the scene NY.
Cool. How was that transition, man?
Man, honestly, it was pretty smooth. I mean, of course, going to other places, there's always, diversity within the move, but I moved around a lot as a kid, AAU basketball, stuff like that, so going to different cities, kind of accustomed to it. So
Cool. And music scene, as far as like New York, in North Carolina, we got like a partner out there. Well, he works at Madison J, which is another artist of North Carolina. The music scene, how do you feel artists get treated? Do you feel like music respected when it's coming from the Carolinas, or?
From the Carolinas per se, I think we're building a little more respect.
Gotcha.
I think at one point in time there was lack thereof in that aspect. The scene is definitely growing. It was growing when I was in the scene, and honestly, if you move and shake with a little persistence, bro, you can do whatever you got to do in a short amount of time. There, hence why I came up here to expand. But the scene in North Carolina is amazing. It's just for growth and entrepreneurship in a whole, man. It's definitely a scene for it. It's a place for it.
Gotcha. Cool. And then ever since, like you said, with the coming to New York and knowing the difference of, what the music scene is,
right?
Do you feel like it's been treating you good since,
All love, bruh. It's all love. Honestly, starting back home, I was always told, like, New York's your market. New York's your market. You definitely need to target New York. You know what I'm saying? With my, I guess my delivery, my style, or whatever the case may be. It's hip hop. It's very diverse, but it's alongside of traditional hip hop. So New York has always been a target market. 'Cause, this is the Mecca. So
Gotcha.
you know what I'm saying? Always definitely been a target market.
Cool. And the project that you're working on now, Leap of Faith, can you speak about that?
Oh yeah, of course, man. So I teamed up with a producer from New Jersey by the name of DJ Pro. When I first got up here, I only had one project out prior to that called No Hobby. That was something I put together like in the sunroom of my crib. You know what I'm saying? Back home on the laptop. Put that out. Had a good reception with a couple of singles off of there. Hello Summer. Which allowed me the opportunity to be on, to have the video for it on light rotation on MTVU, stuff like that. I ended up doing some tour spots with Mac Miller and Rhapsody, just off of that project, and it landed me here. I just decided to drop everything. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like, gotta expand, come here, and I linked up with DJ Pro, and he was engineering at the studio that I went to with a homie, and he told me like, yeah, I do beats, So he tossed me a beat, and it came out.
Everything was history.
Yeah, everything was history from there. But this project Leap of Faith is very special.
Okay.
Very, very special, man. We put in a lot of not just myself, but him as well. A lot of his hard work, emotion. Like him tapping into my story, and then this is my third year here.
Gotcha.
So throughout the 2 years that we've been working on the project, 2.5 years, a lot of his life is being poured into the production.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's kind of like we're meshing our stories.
So the music is definitely matching your vibes and your vocals, like precisely, instead of it just like you gotta find a way to rap on it. No, he's making it to the point it matches your story. Gotcha.
Yeah, and even if I don't have words for it then, just the production itself, like it speaks to me. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. If I have an idea and he'll be like, yo, shit, I had this, I went through some shit like this the other day. Or, you know what I'm saying, I was going through some shit in this track, and then I would tell him about something that I had an idea of or was going through, and he's like, yo, check your email.
Gotcha.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's just like,
teamwork, basically.
Teamwork, man. It's just like it's like I said on my pre-leap, we put out a mixtape, Pre-Leap of Faith. We did just like a regular jacking for beat situation.
Gotcha.
But we recorded that in like a week's time, right? And there was this one joint on there. I was like, me and Pro's like the new Snoop and Dre. You know what I'm saying? It's really like that synergy there, you know?
Gotcha.
So, yeah, man, Leap of Faith is definitely going to be a special, super special project, bro.
Cool. And as far as also keeping it, music scene wise, showcases and just, getting your talent out there in New York.
Right.
We recently was at one of your shows at SOBs, I think. And, is it, you find it's better finding showcases up here or just getting to do shows and just like expressing your talent to like the city?
Right. The city itself, as far as the shows, I would say the only thing that's better from here to back home is no telling who's in the crowd.
Gotcha.
No telling who's in the crowd, bro. And me, I've kind of like this whole showcase situation. I left that back home, so going into shows here that has some weight to it.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And when it has that type of weight to the type of show that I'm doing, you really have the opportunity to maybe bump into a sway. A sway might be sitting in the corner. The sources right there. Cats like yourself.
All types of outlets just waiting to find you.
Exactly. And it's it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing to be able to for the people that I do get contacted for about shows, to believe in the talent enough to have me to come out, and knowing the caliber of show they putting on, to trust me to headline or co-headline or whatever the case may be, man. It's definitely a blessing, and that's the difference between here and back home. You might see the same folks back home, same crowd. It's cool, it's a dope vibe, but like even if it's not the execs for a place like SOBs, people just walk. They'll see a line and just hop in the line. That's new fans. You know what I'm saying? That's new supporters.
Gotcha.
And if you have the talent, if you have the gift, you know what I'm saying, people are gonna hop on that, bro. They'll ask you. You come off stage, they'll come up and ask you.
Now, I'm pretty sure SOBs is definitely a great crowd because they're there definitely to listen to what you have to say and hear your story. So it's just like once you come off that stage, you're going to get that, that was dope, man. You're going to get that love and support that I feel like a lot of shows and just a lot of cities might do, but just sometimes won't, you know what I mean?
Exactly. And I mean, not only SOBs, man. Every stage that I've touched has been a blessed situation here. You know what I'm saying? From Black Throwing 51 in Queens to Webster to
all the big spots.
trying. I'm aiming for the Barclay and the Guard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there's plenty more that I've done that was very, very dope sound wise, and everything just fit. It just felt like I was there. It was meant for me to be there to to display my talent, and they helped it come across immaculately, man. So if that's a word, but
it's a word. It's there, man.
But you know what I'm saying? New York's music scene is definitely a blessing, bro. If it's the right situation and you carry yourself the way you're supposed to, and get on stage and do your thing.
So also. How do you feel about, the pre-leap of faith to the leap of faith? What was it that you feel you transcended, or what you bettered yourself at from the pre to, the coming part?
Okay, so pre-leap of faith was more so me just getting my rocks out, to keep it a buck.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I never really rapped on other people's beats. So Pro was like, yo, fuck it, you gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it all started with the 0 to 100 freestyle.
Gotcha.
And, he honestly, I walked in the studio, he's scrolling, and he said, hey, you about to rap to this. Like, bro, what's the use of doing freestyles? You know what I'm saying? He's like, you about to do it, get in there. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So, it started off with the pre-leap was started with the 0 to 100 freestyle, and we put that out individually. And, that was kind of what catapulted my buzz, my online presence, as far as the growth in this leading up to this project.
Gotcha.
So 0 to 100 was the only pre-recorded song, right? And then like a month later, he was like, yo, let's do a mixtape, traditional style. Let's pick all the hardest beats that niggas is scared to rap on. So
and just go off.
Just go off. And man, when I tell you it was night, we did it in literally a week's time. Like no exaggeration, no gas. Literally a week. Wrote, recorded, mixed, put out.
Damn.
In a week. Like I'm 3 in the morning studio, 5 in the morning studio, falling asleep in the studio, going to work. Right after that, man, and you know, choosing to do the beats like Black of the Berry by Kendrick. Cass just ain't going off on that. Yeah. Fire Squad by J. Cole. To more diverse sounds like All Your Fault by Big Sean and Kanye, which was kind of like the fan favorite. You know, that song alone is like over 80-something K hits alone.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And paying homage to Chinks, doing the I forgot the name of the song, the Point Blank freestyle, and then paying homage to traditional New York hip hop with the Wu-Tang joint for the Practice freestyle, and then we tossed the record Juice just to give people a kind of a gauge of where we were coming from with the original project.
Gotcha.
So that was just me just flexing a little bit, styles, lyrics. But the difference between that and the actual project is going to be more of a storyline.
Gotcha. Okay.
With this project. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot of dope lyrics, a lot of dope cadences, a lot of dope production, but you're really going to be able to understand not only why I left home to come here, but what I went through with, you know, the music, the personal love, you know, all of that stuff, taking a leap of faith to... It's just such a...
I feel like to pursue your happiness, to get to the point where you want to be in the career that you chose. Like
Exactly, man. And it has so much depth to it. Gotcha. Because it could be a light side, it could be a dark side, it could be a happy side. You know what I'm saying? It's so wide. It's a wide array of things that we can discuss. And I think choosing that title and choosing to base this line of projects, because it's definitely going to be a line of projects, on this title is very, very, very much so just a testament of showing people, A, it's okay to step outside of the box.
Gotcha.
To do what you really want.
Conquer it. Just get out.
Exactly. B, it's okay to express the downs, not only the ups, you know what I'm saying? Because kids have to know this. Yeah. Listeners have to know this. You know what I'm saying? It's not all gold chains, gold teeth, and joints, you know, and girls. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's life out here, and success comes with struggle.
Yeah, you got to.
Hands down.
That's number one.
You know what I'm saying? Longevity comes with some struggle. You can be hot for a second. You can get your little Instagram buzz and, you know, die down in a couple of months. Or do you want to be listed in the GOAT list? Do you want to have Grammys? Do you want to be in the running for American Music Awards? Do you want the BET, the MTV Awards? Do you want this stuff? And this is showing people like, hey, I'm a kid from Forest City, North Carolina, and I'm just came to New York, was on MTV, was on tours with Wiz and Mac, to headlining my own tours, to coming up here and having a fucking van full of people come to my show. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Being not from this place, like, it's feasible. It's all feasible. You just have to really believe in yourself.
To it and get out there.
And do it. Have a plan, execute the plan, and don't be afraid to be vulnerable about it. And I'm not saying it has to be super emo, because that seems like the thing to do, right? Yeah. With nowadays music is just being super emo, but no, being truthful, you know what I'm saying, within your emotions.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we just tapping into everything that made this journey special.
Gotcha. Cool.
You know what I'm saying?
And, not really last, but when you feel like you're at that peak or at that point in your music career where you're finding things coming the way that you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see yourself ever not really going back to North Carolina, but feature some North Carolina artists that you probably knew coming and stuff? Do you ever see yourself like featuring?
Of course, man. First of all, shout out to Marty. She, my publicist. She always told me I showed too much love to cats from back home.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Early on, and it wasn't reciprocated. But if I see somebody that kind of reflects me, you know what I'm saying, as far as not style-wise or song-wise, but as far as the hunger and ambition and the willingness to do whatever it takes, of course I'll reach back. But I have to get me there first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I said it like that.
Yeah.
I want you to get there, and it's not like a lot of artists get to a point of no return and feel like you can't return, but you could always return. It's just about do you still got the love that you had when you was there? You know what I mean?
Of course.
Like y'all both wasn't nothing back then, but now you're on, and sometimes you feel like, why not? Let's go out here, see what these. Let's make a joint together real quick. Let's put on for the city one time. Real
exactly.
Quick. Stuff like that. So that's why I asked, because I know a lot of artists that moved and went here and never really came back, but they still show love and rep the city. But it's just like to get a featured song with like an artist from out the city. That's just like where I like to see. I like to see that this guy came, put on, and he put this person on.
Right, exactly, and it just had to be organic, man.
Yep, definitely.
With music, with great music, it's always about it being organic. You can tell if it's forced. Oh yeah, I do a song, send me the record, and you do your verse and call it a day. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? If that when it comes that time, and there's an artist that, like I said, has the hunger, has the drive, has the quality, and we have that vibe, to make something dope.
Gotcha.
Of course, hands down. I would, that's like that's the point of doing it.
Gotcha.
That's the point of me moving here, to show people, my kids, my homies, the other aspiring musicians that, it can be done. Come on, look. You know what I'm saying?
Cool. Is there any songs off of your project that you want people to look out for right now?
My goal is to have everybody stuck on each song like a week at a time.
Gotcha. I
want them to hear the intro and be like, yo, damn, let's go back. And then a week later, they finally get to the second song.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm trying. That's the impact I'm trying to have. I do have a couple of tricks up my sleeve.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I was blessed enough to get in contact with King Los.
Nice.
We collabed, and a phenomenal singer-songwriter, multi-platinum singer-songwriter, Priscilla Renee.
Nice.
Definitely a blessing to work with those two on a record for the project, and it's a lot. It's a lot of dope records, man. I can't just pinpoint one. You know what I'm saying? But I really and truly feel like the wait, is going to be worth it. People are going to be thoroughly impressed and enjoy the sonics, the stories, everything about the project.
Is there a specific time that you're going to drop it, month, or you're still just close?
It's close. It's super close. Put it that way. It's super close. Right now, it's just a couple of tweaks.
Gotcha.
A couple of last-minute songs that we're trying to fit, like just so the meat and potatoes of the project can be full. You know what I'm saying? So there's a couple of records, that we're trying to piece together now. I was piecing some stuff together this morning to try to, fill them voids, and just make the project undeniable.
Cool. So tell them, your social media. Tell them where they could, find all your music at, All
right. Instagram, Twitter, all that jazz. You can follow me at Tiz Official. That's TIZOFFICIAL. For all the music, the merch, everything, tizofficial.com. That's TIZOFFICIAL.com. That's where you find me, man. Holla at me. Shout out to Foot Gear NYC. You can catch me here on the weekday too. We're gonna pull up. I don't mind playing tunes for folks and, give you some dope kicks, dope music vibe. If you just want to say, hey, I watched your interview, do that, man. Just pull up, holla at me. TizOfficial.com, TizOfficial on the handles. Shout out to OnTheSceneNY. having me here, man. It's a dope experience, bro.
No problem,
I appreciate good chats like this.
All right, this your boy Jonathan from On The Scene. Tiz,
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Tiz checking in. Shout out to OnTheSceneNY. Y'all go check that out. Click that link, OnTheSceneNY. It's your boy Tiz from Carolina all the way to the city.